What I have today are two amplifier boards that I picked up from AliExpress. This one is a dual output amplifier that is connected to these 6x9 speakers, and the other one is a subwoofer amplifier connected to this 30cm subwoofer. As we go on through the video, I'm also going to talk about the MP3 player as well as the Boschmann equalizer. Hello there, my name is Dominic and welcome to the review of these two amplifier boards that are powered by the TPA31162D amplifier chip. But first, the price. The dual amplifier, 639 Kenya shillings or $5 US, and the mono amplifier, 1,318 Kenya shillings or around $10 US. What about the accessories? The dual amplifier came with this cable for connecting the audio input, while the mono amplifier came with this cable as well as these knobs, nuts, and washers. In fact, let me install the knobs right now. Before we go on, let me just explain my setup very quickly. I've soldered this cable directly here, and that goes directly to this smartphone for my audio input. That same audio input has been looped from this connector to the other connector on the subwoofer amplifier. And as you can see, the subwoofer amplifier has two inputs. You can either use the 3.5mm audio jack or this other connector. They are just one and the same thing. As for the power supply, I'm using this laptop adapter, and that is directly connected to here, which I've looped with these two cables to the dual amplifier. The two 6x9 speakers are connected directly to the output of the dual amplifier, and the big 12-inch or 30cm subwoofer is connected to the output of the subwoofer amplifier. This subwoofer amplifier happens to have two controls. One is for the volume and the other one is for the frequency. The dual amplifier does not have any controls. In fact, it has these two potentiometers here, but I would rather not mess with this. Since these two amplifier boards have exactly the same chip, the voltage is also exactly the same. And for these two boards, they have been designed to use a voltage of between 12 to 24 volts. You will notice that both amplifier boards have a light, but the subwoofer amplifier board actually has a provision for soldering another LED light. And this is for the purpose of an external LED display if you choose to mount this amplifier board to a box. Now, if your power supply is not enough, you will notice these lights blinking with the music. As for my case, I'm using a 19-volt 2.15 ampere laptop power adapter, and this is no way near enough to satisfy the power requirements of these two boards. I would recommend you use a 24-volt, probably a 10 ampere and above power supply. Coincidentally, recently I was at the Auto Expo and I went to this booth where they deal with lithium battery chargers. And let's take a look at these two adapters. One, you can get 24 volts at 5 amperes, and the other one 24 volts at 10 amperes. I would recommend such a charger to run these two devices at the same time, or a single charger like this one or adapter for any one single of these two amplifier boards. My laptop adapter here is nowhere near enough to power these two amplifier boards. In fact, if I crank the volume too much, it will just shut itself down. I've removed this cover so that you can see the movement of this 6x9 speaker, and I'll reduce the bass first and increase the volume on my phone. So you can see the subwoofer amplifier is also powerful enough to drive this 30cm or 12-inch subwoofer board. And now I'm going to talk about the advantages and disadvantages of these two amplifier boards. Number one is that they are cheap. You saw in the price at the beginning of the video, these two things are very cheap to acquire. Number two, very easy to connect. You don't need to solder anything. You just need a screwdriver to tighten your connectors for speakers and power, as well as the audio input. Number 3, they don't produce a lot of heat. They almost run cold because you don't even need a fan with these two circuits over here. They produce very little heat while being powerful at the same time. It's unimaginable. Now to the disadvantages, and I'm going to let you listen to this. You heard that pop sound? That pop sound is coming from this amplifier. And number 2, there is this popping sound when you turn it off. That sound also annoys me very much. By the way, I have another separate video where I deal with that popping sound using an external circuit, and I will link that video in the video description below as well as in the pinned comments. And now finally, let's talk about an MP3 player and a Boschmann equalizer. Now, since this amplifier circuit does not have any controls, you don't have any bass, treble, or anything controls, I would suggest you connect it to an MP3 player, an external MP3 player, just like this one. This is just a plastic piece, but you get what I mean. So ideally, this is what will happen. You connect your phone to the MP3 player through Bluetooth, and the output you connect directly to the amplifier. This way you have wireless control. You can have your phone on your sofa while the music is still playing, plus you get to have things like USB and FM radio. But for me, the best option is to install an equalizer in between the MP3 player and the amplifiers. Now I have another separate video where I show you everything you need to know about these equalizers, and I will also link that video in the video description below. The phone will be connected to the MP3 player through Bluetooth. The output will go directly into the Boschmann equalizer. You can choose one of the inputs, and then one of the outputs will go directly into this dual amplifier for your mids, and the subwoofer output will go directly into the subwoofer amplifier. 3.5mm port will go into the amplifier just like that, and the RCA ports will go directly into the subwoofer output port of the equalizer like that. It's very easy. Now, if you'd like to see this connection, please tell me in the comments below, and I'll make time and connect everything together while making a tutorial video. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something new today. If so, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you've not subscribed, share this video with your friends. Let's meet in the next video, and goodbye.